And good evening, everyone. We welcome you to this broadcast of the Indiana Fever as they are being introduced right now. And we'll go over the starting lineups for you. But first, an injury report as the Fever will be severely depleted in the backcourt tonight. They lost both Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson to injury. So to counteract that, the roster added the Fever added 5'6" point guard Ari McDonald, known for her defensive prowess and international experience in Australia. She brings depth and energy to a team that sorely needs it right now. Caitlin Clark will be back, but it's going to be after the big game in Chicago on the 10th. She's out for this game, and she's out on the 7th, I beg your pardon. It's the 10th that she is targeted to return to the Indiana Fever lineup. Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson were both lost to an injury. Cunningham re-aggravated her right ankle. She re-aggravated during the last game against Connecticut at home in Indianapolis. It's the same injury that kept her out of the first two games of the season. Caitlin Clark, as I mentioned, is expected to be out until at least the 10th of June. And with that loss, their offense has struggled mightily. The last time these two teams played, Washington picked up an 83-77 win in the Fever's first game ever, minus Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston comes into tonight's game averaging 16.8 points per game, 9 rebounds, and it will be the Fever that will wear the home white uniforms with the blue numbers trimmed in yellow and red, as well as the numerals. Your lineup for the Mystics goes Brittany Sykes, Shug Sutton, Sonia Citron, KiKi Irafen, the fabulous rookie from USC, and Stephanie Dolson. For the Fever, they go Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Sydney Colson is in the lineup tonight, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston. So Colson will start. Ari McDonald waiting in the wings, and we're about ready to go. And if there's a game that could be described as a must win, it is this one. Washington in the road red uniforms with the white numbers trimmed in blue. Fever go home white top and bottom with the blue numbers trimmed in yellow. As the teams exchange pleasantries. And yes, Victor, Sophie Cunningham out, and it's the same ankle that she injured that caused her to miss the first two games of the year. Washington travels left to right as we see it now. You folks are looking along and listening along at home with us. And the Fever will go right to left. It's Aaliyah Boston that will take the center jump against KiKi Irafen. On your mark, get set, and off we go from Indianapolis as Colson has it in the backcourt, and she'll give it to Mitchell, and Mitchell races across into the front court, hands it to Lexi Hall. Now on the left side is Aaliyah Boston. In the left corner is Colson. Colson holds the ball over her head, works off the Natasha Howard screen, bounce pass right corner to Kelsey Mitchell. 11 to shoot. Mitchell goes back left to Colson. Colson stops. Three-pointer left wing, in and out. Long rebound to Sonia Citron. Sutton brings it up for Washington. Sutton on the drive, feeds it to Citron, underneath to Irafen, back to Citron, left side Dolson. Brittany Sykes back to Dolson in the lane, had the ball stripped and stolen by Colson, and back they come the other way, 3-on-2. Colson on the drive, all the way in with a scoop layup, it's in, and Indiana leads. 2-0 Indiana. Their problem has been closing games the last two games. 9-10 for the quarter as Sutton has it off to the right. They keep Citron out of the way, so Sutton goes left of the lane, picks up her dribble, out front Citron. Citron holds and looks, 10 to shoot. They give it to Irafen down low. Irafen fakes, shoots, and just as that happens, this happens. That ball on the floor, it's taken down by Lexi Hall. Back comes Indiana right to left. Hall in the front court. On the drive in on Citron, right of the lane. Comes back outside to Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the move to the left, picks up her dribble, looking for help, finds Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive in on Dolson, 18-footer, splash, and it's 4-0 Indiana. 8:39 remaining in the opening quarter. And that's a good sign for Mitchell to have her first shot go down. Sutton in the front court off to the right, works off the Dolson screen, picks up her dribble, down finds Irafen, lost it, got it back. Irafen on the move to the left against Boston, now gives it to Sykes. Sykes has it against Lexi Hall, 8 to shoot. In the corner is Irafen. Irafen drives in from the left, fakes, lean in shot, blocked by Boston, out of bounds, or blocked by Natasha Howard, I beg your pardon. It's out of bounds, and it will belong to Indiana. Stephanie White slowed down the game when she was coaching Connecticut. Now she wants to speed it up with the players that she has here. Which pace will win? We're going to find out tonight. 8 minutes for the quarter. Colson on the drive, had the ball tipped. Mitchell gets it back, 10 to shoot. Mitchell on the drive to the right, and an offensive foul on Aaliyah Boston. That'll be her first, and the first team foul. Sidney Johnson in his first season as WNBA head coach. Have to see how Stephanie White wants to play it as we keep going. This is a Commissioner's Cup game as well. Dolson off to the left, picks up her dribble, over the top pass into Irafen. Irafen has it low left against Aaliyah Boston. Irafen with a fake, comes back out with a couple of dribbles, now finds Citron, 6 to shoot. Citron on the move to the left. Citron in the lane, picks it up, 2 to shoot. Over the top into Irafen, she goes up and scores. That makes it 4-2 and 7.5 remaining in the opening quarter. Here comes Mitchell, right back for the Fever. Mitchell on the drive, into the lane, backs in on Dolson, pitch back outside to Colson, left side Mitchell. Mitchell holds and looks, takes a three from the left wing, missed it. Rebound tapped twice on the floor, comes down to Sykes. Outlet pass to Citron. Now Sutton has it on the drive. 15-footer in the lane is good, and we're tied at 4. 7:07 left in the opening quarter. A long down court pass ahead to Natasha. How did she miss the layup? You can't miss those. That's another thing that's been killing the Fever in these last couple of games. Here comes Sykes. Sykes off to the left. Now out front, it comes to Sutton. Whips a pass to Dolson from 15. Short. Rebound, Natasha Howard. Fever back looking for the lead. Howard in the front court. On the drive. In on Dolson. Steps through. Had the ball stripped. Citron a steal. Back they come the other way. Citron on the drive with a bounce pass underneath. Stolen by Lexi Hall. And back they come the other way. 2 turnovers apiece on each team. Lexi Hall in the front court, pitches it left corner. A Howard 3 is going to come up short and off the side of the rim. Rebound comes down to Sykes. Sykes brings it up. Sykes in the front court with a stutter step dribble against Sydney Colson. Sykes goes all the way and got fouled on her way to the basket. And Sykes took a hard fall. Let's hope she's all right. And now Sydney Colson has been hit in the nose and she's bleeding. Man, oh man, the last thing that the Fever need is another injury. But this is a nosebleed, and they're going to deal with that now. Irene McDonald will check in. 6:19 remaining in the first quarter. 4 apiece. This game between the Indiana Fever and the Washington Mystics, and Colson will head to the locker room. And she's not in the locker room. And they're tending to Colson on the bench, trying to get her patched up. 4-4 tie, 6:19 left in the first. Want to welcome everyone tuning in tonight to our Indiana Fever broadcast. And there's a button I forgot to push. And while they get that together, we will continue to get ourselves together. Okay. I can't find it. Doggone it. Well, we'll fix that another time. Just trying to add a few more weapons to the attack. Victor Locke and Ryan McCarthy in here. Dewana Bonner has checked in for Indiana. 6:19 left in the first. It's an injury timeout as Sydney Colson was bleeding. And they are tending to her, and they're getting the floor cleaned up properly and want to make sure everyone is okay. Bonner set to check in for the Indiana Fever. And remember, Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark are both out. Clark is expected to be out until the 10th. And remember, they go to Chicago this Saturday. Clark out with a quad injury and Cunningham out with an ankle injury. And we're ready to get back to work. 4-4 tie, 6:19 remaining in the opening quarter as Brittany Sykes will head to the free throw line. Brittany Sykes picked up 21 points in their last meeting. Sykes' free throw is good. Fever trying to improve on a 20-20 record from last year. Natasha Howard departs. So Dewana Bonner is in. Shakira Austin, who absolutely controlled the game in Baltimore last week, is in as well. The second free throw drops, and it's 6-4 Washington. 6:17 left in the first. Jade Melbourne is on now for Washington. Out front, Bonner, a straight on three. Rebound, Austin. Poked away, and Citron comes up with it. Shakira Austin brings it up, and they better have an answer for her tonight, or it's going to be another long game. Sykes has it off to the left. Sykes gives it to Austin. Austin on the way in, steps in the lane, shoots it up and in, and it's 8-4. 8-4 in favor of the Washington Mystics, and 5:40 for the first. Lexi Hall on the left wing. Hall to the free throw line, finds Mitchell. Mitchell double fake. That's McDonald. Here's Mitchell's three. Got it out of the right corner. 8-7 our score, and 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. Come on in and settle down with us, folks. Melbourne has it to Austin. Austin top of the circle, hands it to Sykes. 14 to shoot. Sykes on the move to the left, picks up the dribble, finds Austin. Drives in on Aaliyah Boston. Missed it, but drew the foul, and Shakira Austin shoots two. Now, I think that foul is charged to Boston. If so, that's her second. We will read your comments and shout you on air during every break in tonight's game. That foul is indeed on Aaliyah Boston. And that's one player they need to get involved in Caitlin Clark's absence. Austin's free throw, good, 9-7. Damaris Dantas in. Boston departs with 2 fouls. 5:12 left in the quarter. Second attempt on the way, good. It's the Mystics 10 and the Fever 7. 5:11 remaining in the first quarter. As McDonald brings it up, gets Melbourne out of the way, and now on the approach to the left. McDonald top of the circle, back to Dantas. Dantas hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell backs up. 3-point stripe. Here she comes. Right corner, McDonald. McDonald holds and looks. McDonald on the drive into the lane. Pitch back out, Hall. Top of the circle, Dantas. 3-pointer on the way. Got it. Tie game. 10-10 tie, and the Fever already have 2 3-point field goals. And it looks like they're ready to give a better effort than they did on Friday against Connecticut at home. Over the top pass into Citron. Citron got bumped, but a foul called, and that will send us to a timeout. Kelsey Mitchell picks up the foul, and we have time on the floor. 4:33 remaining in the first. It's the Mystics 10 and the Fever 10 on your home, online home for the Indiana Fever, Snowman Multimedia. And we'll pause for a break right here, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Drop your comments in the comments section, as we will be interactive all evening long. Brian Snow back here with you. It's 10-10. Our game between the Indiana Fever and the Washington Mystics. Ari McDonald out of Arizona in the lineup, along with Lexi Hall, Dewana Bonner, Damaris Dantas, who's hit a 3-point field goal. Kelsey Mitchell hit the other. And it's a 10-10 game on the court for Washington. Sykes, Citron, Austin, Aaliyah Edwards, and Jade Melbourne. They look to come in based on a foul line extended left, I beg your pardon. They have it in play to Melbourne on the drive into the lane with a scoop layup. Nope. Rebound, Dantas. Fever look to regain the lead. I beg your pardon. They look for the lead for the first time today. And that pass was nearly stolen, but gathered back in by McDonald. And a foul called out front. So each team with a turnover in that last sequence. Ten tie, 4:16. Excuse me, 4:16 remaining in the first. Tomorrow we hit the ice with Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. Who do you think is going to win? Make your picks down below if you're an NHL fan. Dantas has it out front, hands to McDonald. McDonald lost it, got it back, 15 to shoot. McDonald on the drive into the lane, stops, comes back out to Hall. Hall on the drive to the left, fakes, shovel pass underneath to Bonner. She shoots it in. And Indiana leads for the first time tonight, 12-10, and 3:54 remaining. 4 assists now for the Indiana Fever, only 2 for the Mystics. 3:45 opening quarter. Melbourne with a hook pass to Austin. Austin holds off to the right, finds Citron. Citron, the rookie out of Notre Dame, makes away to the left, guarded by Dewana Bonner in a switch. Citron stops, pops a 3. That's no good. Long rebound, Dantas, and here they come. On the run is Lexi Hall. Hull on the move to the left corner, Bonner. Bonner with a fake on Citron. Out front, Dantas. Back to Bonner. Bonner on the drive left of the lane. Pitch back, Dantas. 3 ball on the way. Yes! That's 2 of them for Damaris Dantas. And suddenly, Indiana has a 5-point lead. They've scored 8 in a row. On the move is Melbourne. Melbourne dances on the dribble left wing. Out front, Austin. Austin fakes, and a steal by McDonald. McDonald on the fly, in on Melbourne. Lefty scoop, got it, 7-point lead. And Washington wants time, and we'll take it with them. 2:56 remaining in the first quarter. The Indiana Fever have busted out to a 7-point lead, 17-10 on Snowman Multimedia.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world. Did you get there? Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
Good. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
(17-10), Indiana with the lead. As we are closing in on the end of the first quarter, Damaris Dantas 6 points off the bench to lead them. Emily Anglister is now in the ball game for Washington. The Mystics lineup: Irafen, Dolson, Sutton, Anglister, and Melbourne. So except Melbourne, they're going all bigs. Anglister had a couple of big threes in the game against Indiana in Baltimore. Against full court pressure, they have it into Sutton. Sutton trots it up left to right. Sutton in the front court, outside left. Sutton a standing dribble. Out front to Dolson. Dolson guarded by Dantas out front. They give it to Irafen. Irafen on the drive into the lane. Stops, comes back right-handed with a hook. Nope, Citron the rebound. Follow good. And it's 17-12 and 2.5 remaining in the quarter. Bonner has it out front. Bonner on the drive in the lane. Shoots it up. Nope. Rebound Irafen. Brianna Turner on for Indiana. Sutton has it out front. Right side Dolson over the top into Irafen. Fouled by Bonner. That is the first foul on Bonner. And 4 against the Indiana Fever. The Mystics have yet to commit a team foul. They have an offensive foul, but that doesn't count. They have it in play to Sykes. Left side Sutton, low left Irafen. Fakes, shoots on Taylor. Got it. 17-14, and here they come. This is what they did last week in the meeting in Baltimore. McDonald has it off to the right. They give it to Turner on the right wing. Turner hands to Bonner on the weave. Bonner plays it left corner to Dantas. Dantas on the drive in on Irafen, and we get a foul. The one thing about the Washington Mystics in the last time these two teams played is that Washington sliced them to pieces on the inside to the tune of 55 inside points. On the left side, Turner, 10 to shoot, and stolen by Dolson. Ahead to Sutton. Sutton on the fly. Stops right of the lane. Out front, Dolson. Dolson holds and looks. On the left side is Sykes. They go into Anglister. Anglister goes up and hooks it in. It's a 1-point game. That's her first bucket. She had 3 key buckets down the stretch in Baltimore. Up top, Turner on the right side, Bonner. Low right is Dantas. Dantas backs in on Irafen. Fadeaway shot. Nope. Foul called. And Dantas will shoot a pair. Good shot by Anglister, rather. 108 for the first. 17-16 our score. Dantas' free throw is good. She's got 7 points in the first quarter. Now, you don't want this to turn into a DeWanna Bonner situation where Bonner came out on fire in the first quarter as Kelsey Mitchell departs in favor of Sydney Colson. 108 for the quarter. 18-16, Indiana the lead. Dantas again, got it. She's got 8 points. 19-16, Fever by 3 and 105 left in the quarter. Sutton has it off to the right, or off to the left, I beg your pardon. Over the top pass to Irafen. Back to Sutton. Sutton with a wraparound dribble against McDonald. Out front to Sykes. Sykes on the drive. Her pass is tipped into Irafen. She lays it in with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. 19-18 our score. Here comes McDonald. McDonald stutter step move. Backs up 3-point stripe. Out front Donna. She'll try another three. Missed it. Long rebound Sutton. Back comes Washington left to right. Sykes on the move into the lane. Shoots it up. No good. Ball volleyball twice. Comes down to Bonner. 29 seconds for the quarter. 7 difference. Shot clock to game clock. McDonald takes the three from the left wing. Missed it off to the left. Rebound Sykes. And now Washington will freeze it out and play for the final shot of the quarter. And they'll get the ball to start the second period. 13 seconds, now 12, 11, now 10. Brittany Sykes, standing dribble, 8 seconds. Sykes on the move to the left, 6 seconds, now 5. Sykes picks up her dribble. Pass tipped out to Irafen, 3, 2. Sykes in the corner, 3 ball on the way, and that's the quarter. So we're done with one. It's the Indiana Fever 19 and the Washington Mystics 18. We'll come back with more after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Huh. 19-18 our score as we get ready for the second quarter. AB Media coming to us from Indiana's capital city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Charles Faulkner coming to us from Baltimore, Maryland, joining in on the fun. And I got a picture that AB Media sent me, and I just want to tell you, AB, quit making me laugh during the break. That's not fun. Actually, it is. We're ready awaiting, I should say, the start of the second quarter. Second quarter lineup for Washington goes Irafen, Dolson, Sykes, Citron, and Melbourne. Indiana counters with Colson, Hull, Bonner, Dantas, and McDonald. So R.A. McDonald's going to get some extended minutes. Stat of the quarter, Indiana 3 for 9 from three-point land. Washington 0 for 6. But Washington has held the lead throughout. 19-18 as we get started with the second quarter. Melbourne brings it up against Colson. Melbourne picks up the dribble, now finds Sykes out front. Sykes between the rings to Irafen low left. Irafen with a fake on Dantas. Fakes again. Now starts her move. Spins in the lane. 18-footer. Got it. Washington up 1. 20-19, Washington leads by 1. It was the second quarter where Washington took control of the game. Indiana cannot let that happen. Bonner has it, dancing on the dribble out to the right. Right corner, Colson. Low right, Dantas. Dantas backs in. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Nope. Irafen the rebound. Outlet pass to Melbourne. Melbourne hustles it up across the timeline into the front court outside left. Works off the screen from Dolson. Over the top into Dolson. Pitch out left corner, Citron. Citron lost the ball. Ball's free. Still free. And it's in the backcourt. It's picked up by Melbourne. 6 to shoot. Citron lets go a 3 from the left. Rebound, Bonner. Bonner brings it up. 1 point lead for Washington. 20-19. 8:50 left in the half. Here's Bonner on the drive into the lane. Pitch out pass intended for Harvey McDonald, and she turned it over. And that's one of the other things that has killed the Indiana Fever in this stretch. That began with a 1-point loss to the New York Liberty at home. And the fact that the Fever are playing very shorthanded without Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark doesn't help their cause either. But the Fever have got to step up as a team, knowing that Clark will be back on or after June the 10th. Out front, Sykes. Sykes holds and looks against McDonald. Pitch left side, Dolson. Dolson on the drive into the lane. Pitch out to Citron. Citron in the left corner. Comes back out. 6 to shoot. Citron on the drive. Stops. 15-footer. Good. Sonia Citron with her first bucket. And it's 22-19 in favor of the Washington Mystics and 8:15 left in the half. Here's Aaliyah Boston backing in against Dolson. Pitch out left corner, McDonald. Right corner, McDonald. Beg your pardon. McDonald holds and looks. Nowhere to go with a dribble, and we got a foul underneath. When Edwards picked up her dribble, she was looking to get it to Aaliyah Boston, but couldn't get it to her. Dolson picks up the foul. That's her first. And now right down the lane, they come to Lexi Hall into the lane. Her shot's blocked, cleared by Melbourne. Back they come the other way. Melbourne with a throw ahead to Irafen, runs over people. Offensive foul on KiKi Irafen. That'll be her first and no team foul. And slow to get up is Aaliyah Edwards. Edwards remains in the game. It's a 3-point Washington lead, 7:50 for the half. Colson front court to the left. Out front to Bonner. Bonner holds and looks, now finds McDonald. Kelsey Mitchell hasn't seen the floor here in the second quarter yet. Colson back to Hall. 3-pointer left wing. Long rebound chased down by Sykes. And here comes Washington again. 7:35 left in the opening half. Here comes Sykes on the move to the free throw line. Stops. Picks up her dribble, finds Edwards, right corner Melbourne. Melbourne on the drive in on Bonner. Had the ball stripped, but a foul called on DeWanna Bonner. And that will be her second. And here we go with the fouls again. And that's the only time I'll say that for right now. Melbourne to the free throw line. 22-19, 7:25 remaining in the first half. Jade Melbourne's free throw, miss it off the left side of the rim. Score remains 22-19. Melbourne back to the free throw line. Kelsey Mitchell back on the floor. Colson departs. The second attempt on the way. Rebound Bonner. Chance to cut it to one or tie with the long one for the Fever. McDonald crawls into the front court, finds Bonner, left side Hall. Hall holds and looks, picks up her, never started her dribble. Hall comes out, got fouled twice, 3 times, no call. Pushed again by Citron, no call. Bonner has it, right corner 3, rebound Citron. And back they come the other way. Citron in the front court, skids to a stop, comes back outside to Sykes on the left wing. 6:55 remaining in the first half. Out front, Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks, and a foul called underneath. This is a low-scoring game compared to last Wednesday in Baltimore. Bonner departs with 2 fouls. Natasha Howard returns for Indiana. Stephanie Dolson departs for the Mystics. It's Sykes, Sutton, Citron, Austin, and Edwards. So they go 4 guards for the Washington Mystics, clad in red. Sutton standing, dribble off to the left. Out front, Austin. Austin turns. Over the top pass underneath. Tip, out of bounds, stays with Washington. Dadgummit. Had a steal, but you had 2 players, McDonald and Austin, going after it, and neither could corral it. 22-19. That was an easy steal and break the other way. They have it in play. Sykes' jumper from the baseline, no good. Offensive foul. Aaliyah Edwards picks up the foul. Edwards with her second foul. (22-19), 6:34 for the half. Underneath to Aaliyah Boston. Backs in on Austin. Backs in, fake, shoots, scores! Aaliyah Boston with her first bucket. Or second bucket, I beg your pardon. She's got 4 in the... that is her first bucket. I beg your pardon. 6:15 for the half. Washington by 1, 22-21. Shakira Austin has it on the right side, guarded by Aaliyah Boston. Austin holds and looks, 8 to shoot. Shakira Austin on the drive, free throw line jumper, got it. 24-21. Washington leads by 3, under 6 to go in the half. McDonald off to the left. Out front, Lexi Hall. Right side, Howard. Low right, Boston. Goes up. Scores. It's a 1-point game. That is her second field goal. Trying to keep up with all the stats here. 1-point lead, 24-23, and 5:39 remaining in the first half. Sutton directing traffic, front court to the right. Backs up on the dribble, 15 to shoot. Out front, Aaliyah Edwards. Edwards goes back to the right side for Sutton. Sutton pushes off, no foul call. They dump it low to Shakira Austin. Backs in on Howard. Lean in flip. Good, and a foul called. And Shakira Austin going to work on the Indiana Fever again, and that'll send us to a timeout. 26-23, the Indiana Fever trail by 3, and we're back after this message.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Four days from now, the Indiana Fever will travel to Chicago to play the Chicago Sky. And that game is big because it will be at the United Center in Chicago, which means it's going to be a full house. 26-23 our score. Shakira Austin will head to the free throw line. This year, Aaliyah Boston averaging 16.8 points per game as compared to 9.8 last year. She's also getting more rebounds and blocks. But anyone that's watched the Fever these last few games, they already know they miss Caitlin Clark, period. 26-23 our score. Natasha Howard picked up the foul. Aaliyah Boston, 4 points tonight in the early going. And Austin will head to the free throw line. Austin picked up 21 points in the game against Indiana last week in Baltimore, which also had a full house. Austin gets ready, offers the free throw, no good, and the rebound taken down by Dantas. Colson brings it up, 5:15 remaining in the first half. Up ahead, it comes to Boston. Boston picks up her dribble, now finds Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall holds and looks. Dump low left, Boston backs in, shoots, scores. What a spin move by Aaliyah Boston. She's got 6 points in the game, and it's a 1-point game. 26-25. 4:55 remaining in the first half. I got a question for you guys. Should I keep the scoreboard the way that it is on my stream right now, or should I use an overlay for that? Aaliyah Edwards crossover dribble on the drive and on Boston. Boston says, get it out of here. And now this may come to a review. Let's take a look. Well, we're looking now at the Aaliyah Boston spin move on Shakira Boston, and Edwards went up, and it's off of it. This should be Indiana ball. So Stephanie White will indeed make a challenge. So while they go to the table and Caitlin Clark pleads her case, we're going to step away for a timeout. 4:40 remaining in the first half. A challenge has been initiated by Coach Stephanie White. And the Washington Mystics lead the Indiana Fever by a count of 26-25. And we'll be back after this timeout.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get, babe?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. on YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
(26-25) as we are in the midst of a challenge. The challenge has been ruled successful. The call is overturned, and Indiana will have the ball looking for the lead with 4:40 remaining in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, it's the Wanna Parlay. I read that wrong. It's the BetUS.com halftime report brought to you by BetUS.com, where the game begins. Colson brings it up. Boston has it out front on the move to the right, finds Lexi Hall, guarded by Angster or Englister. There we go. That's the name I'm looking for. Dantas in the left corner to Colson. Colson on the drive, left baseline, pitch underneath. Boston's free throw line jumper is good, and Indiana leads by 1. 27-26. It took a while, but the Fever have regained the lead with 4:10 remaining in the first half of play. Here comes Austin out to Sykes. Austin has it back on the right wing. Back to Brittany Sykes into the lane. Her shot's blocked. Austin gets it back. No offensive foul. Here's Englister's three off the back of the rim. Rebound Shakira Austin. Spins into Aaliyah Boston. Missed it. Ball on the floor. Englister comes back up with it. And the Fever stop playing because of no whistle. They give it to Austin low left. Pitch out to Aaliyah Edwards. 18-footer from the right. Got it. That is unacceptable for Indiana to give up 5 offensive rebounds. Right back comes Mitchell. Missed the layup. Austin the rebound. Ahead it comes to Sutton. Bounce pass to Sykes. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Washington Mystics. Indiana's going to just play basketball because they allowed 5 offensive rebounds on that possession. And on 2 of those offensive rebounds, they just stopped playing as they were looking for a foul. Didn't get it. If you don't get the foul, keep playing defense until you do hear a whistle. Baseline right, Melbourne looks to come in. In play it comes to Dolson. Hands it to Melbourne. It's 15 to shoot. Citron on the drive. Right of the lane, comes back out against Bonner. Over the top pass to Melbourne on the right wing. Out front, Irafen. Irafen holds and looks. 5 to shoot. Irafen in the left corner for Sutton. 2 to shoot. Sutton in the lane. Throws the shot up. Nope, but a foul called. And Sutton shoots 2. And it'll be Brittany Sykes that'll shoot free throws. I apologize for that, folks. F. Holiday in the house with us. F. Holiday, remind me of where you're tuning in from. And folks, if you like what you see and what you hear as Sykes hits the free throw. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Doggone it. There's a couple things I did and I didn't realize. I'll fix it later. Second attempt, good. He's in Atlanta. Okay. Folks, if you like what you see and what you hear with our alternative play-by-play, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. You can join, become a member for as low as $2.99 a month, or you can immediately help the family and I with a Cash App donation. You see the Cash App tag down below. Bonner gets it underneath against Melbourne, and a foul called on Jade Melbourne. They're trying to force feed the ball. Indiana's trying to force feed the ball underneath. But here's where the shortage of players comes in when you don't have Caitlin Clark in the lineup. Free throw no good on the technical foul on Bonner. Bonner did not like the call. She thought she came up with a steal. Didn't get it. Bonner to pull the trigger. Foul line extended left. In play, it comes to McDonald. Ari McDonald signed this week. Lifts up a 3, but an offensive foul on Aaliyah Boston, and that's her third. Ay. 3 fouls on Aaliyah Boston. This is what happened last game. Lexi Hall will come in. And now a chance for Washington to run away like they did in the second quarter last week. Let's just hope Indiana keeps it close. Mystics to come in from three-quarter court left to right. They have it in play to Melbourne. Melbourne front court to the left. Picks up her dribble, dumps it low left to Irafen, backs in on Dantas, backs in, spins, shoots, and has a gimme. 32-27, 5-point lead for Washington. This is the largest. In the corner is McDonald on the drive, in the lane, fake, shovel pass to Duana Bonner. She shoots it in. 32-29. If Indiana can stay here, they can get a breather at halftime, or can they get a couple of defensive stops? Because that's where they're lacking. They're not turning the screws defensively, and they're allowing Washington the inside again. Irafen's 18-footer, good from the left. 34-29. In play, they have it in play to Bonner. Lexi Hull on the fly, into the lane, gives it to McDonald, to the hole, shoots it up. Nope, foul called, and McDonald shoots a pair. With 1:53 remaining in the first half. Other games tonight in the W. The Phoenix Mercury will travel to Minnesota to take on the Red Hot Lynx, who have opened the season 7-0. And the Dallas Wings, 1-6 on the year, will tangle with the Seattle Storm. (34-29). Ari McDonald to the free throw line. The first one, got it. 34-30. The Indiana Fever, they have to pick up some wins. No doubt about it. They have the team to do so, but they got to hold serve until Caitlin gets back. The second attempt on the way, no good. Rebound out of bounds, stays with the Fever. Phoenix 5-2 coming into tonight. Minnesota 7-0, possible Western Conference Finals preview, maybe. We're going to find out in September. McDonald to come in play to Bonner. Bonner hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell stutter step fake, drives in on Dolson to the hole. Lefty scoop, got it. 2-point game. 34-32 and $1:40 remaining in the first half. Irafen has it in the front court, runs over Bonner. Offensive foul, and Bonner is excited as Irafen just bowled into Duana Bonner. $1:36 remaining in the first half. In play, it comes to McDonald. McDonald hustles it up against Melbourne. McDonald in the front court now finds Bonner. On the left wing is Mitchell. Mitchell works off the screen. Three-pointer on the way. Got it! And the Fever regained the lead with 1:20 remaining in the first half. Melbourne brings it up. Timeout Washington, I beg your pardon. So the Mystics take a timeout, and the Fever have regained the lead by a score of 35-34. 1:15 remaining in the first half of play. If you like what you see and what you hear, why don't you give us a like, give us a subscribe. You can join the channel, become a member of the channel for as low as $2.99 a month, because we want to get this channel up to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So time on the floor, 35-34. Indiana leads by 1. Their biggest lead has been 2 in this ball game. Coming up at halftime, as I mentioned, it's the BetUS.com halftime report. All the stats, facts, and figures of this first half. Fever lead by 1, 35-34. 1:15 remaining in the first half. And your lineup for the Indiana Fever is Mitchell, Hull, Bonner, Dantas, and McDonald. Washington counters with Irafen, Sykes, Citron, Edwards, and Melbourne. So they'll stay with at least 3 guards on the floor. (35-34), the Fever lead by 1. And you would love to see them get another 3-point goal here. They have it in play to Melbourne. Melbourne in the front court. Dancing on the dribble. Off to the left. On the right side is Irafen. Citron has it in the right corner. Citron on the drive. Stepped out of bounds. Indiana has it. (35-34). The Indiana Fever lead by 1 with a minute to go. 8 turnovers for Washington, only 5 against Indiana. So that's a good improvement from last time. 55 seconds left in the first half. On the right side is Bonner. Right corner is Mitchell. Back to Bonner. 3-pointer left wing. Splash! And the Fever have their biggest lead at 4, 38-34, and 40 seconds for the half. Irafen has it between the rings. Irafen holds and looks, now finds Melbourne. Melbourne dancing on the dribble out front, 11 to shoot. Melbourne leans over the dribble against Kelsey Mitchell. Melbourne stops and starts, pitches it right side to Sykes, runs over people. Offensive foul on Brittany Sykes as she ran over R.A. McDonald. And that was a great call. She leaned into that. Indiana ball up 4, 38-34. As they look to close the half. 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Indiana on a 9-0 run. McDonald standing dribble. Off to the left, guarded by Melbourne. Out front, Mitchell. 8 to shoot. Mitchell holds and looks. On the move to the right. Pitch out right corner. Bonner's 3. Rebound, Irafen. Irafen looking to get it ahead to Sykes. She throws one up from 55 feet, and that's the half. Your score at the end of the first half, it's the Indiana Fever 38 and the Washington Mystics 34. Stay tuned for the BetUS halftime report on the way after these messages. This is Indiana Fever basketball on Snowman Multimedia.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Nine-0 run by the Fever closed the half, and they lead by 4, 38-34. Welcome inside the BetUS.com halftime report, brought to you by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. My name is Brian Snow. Happy to bring this game to you as we will have all 44 games of the Indiana Fever on Snowman Multimedia all season long. Your go-to place online for Indiana Fever coverage. And our new website is coming. It should be launched within 1 week's time, so stay tuned for that as well. Your scoring leaders look like this. KiKi Irafen leads Washington with 12 points. Shakira Austin, 8 off the bench. Here she goes again. Aaliyah Edwards with a pair. Emily Englister with a pair. I want to be sure I read this right. Brittany Sykes has 4. Stephanie Dolson is scoreless. Shug Sutton and Sonia Citron, both with 2 points apiece. For the Indiana Fever, they're led by Kelsey Mitchell, who had 10 points in the first half. Aaliyah Boston was next with 8, but she's playing with 3 personal fouls. And Sydney Colson was the only other starter who scored. No points from Natasha Howard, no points from Lexi Hall. However, they get 7 off the bench from Dewana Bonner. Damaris Dantas chips in with 8 off the bench, and Ari McDonald chips in with 3 off the bench. So 18 bench points for Indiana is one of the reasons that they have the lead, but they've got to get something from Natasha Howard and from Lexi Hall. Those two must step up in the second half of tonight's contest if Indiana's going to stop this 3-game losing streak and come out with a win. Well, we got some more coming for you, as tomorrow we will have game 1 of the Stanley Cup final between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. That's an 8-10 face-off. We'll be up at 7:30 with the Wanna Parlay pregame show. And then on Thursday, it's the NBA World Championship Series, as the Oklahoma City Thunder will host the Indiana Pacers, and this is your hub for all things Indiana sports. Halftime again between the Fever and the Mystics, and your score at the half, it's the Fever 38 and the Mystics 34. We'll come back with the second half after this. This is Indiana Fever basketball on Snowman Multimedia.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! No?
Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Here we go with the third quarter, 38-34. The Fever lead by 4 as they'll trot their starters on the floor for the third quarter. It's Howard, Boston, Colson, Mitchell, and Hull. And Washington counters with their starting 5, Irafen, Dolson, Sykes, Sutton, and Cintron. Damiris Dantas with a huge 8 points in the first half when Aaliyah Boston ran into foul trouble. Remember, Aaliyah Boston is playing with 3 fouls. Here we go. Washington ball moving right to left as we see it, and as you folks are listening along at home with us, as Sutton has it in the front court to Citron on the right wing. Citron holds and looks up top to Sykes. Sykes on the move to the left. Sykes on the drive into the lane. Dump pass to Irafen. She lays it in. 38-36. 9:40 remaining in the third. Colson brings it up. It's good to see Colson back on the floor after she took a pop earlier and her nose was bleeding. Here's Colson. Pitch out right corner. Mitchell wide open 3. Splash! 41-36. The Indiana Fever lead by 5. This is the largest. More competitive game this time around. Citron outside right. Out front, Sykes. Sykes on the move. Into the lane. Dump pass underneath to Irafen. Balls over people. No offensive foul called. And it's out to Citron for 3. She cashes it in. No offensive foul. Back they come the other way as Howard has it out front. Howard on the move finds Lexi Hall. Someone else that needs to step up. Mitchell, 3-ball corner pocket. Nope, foul called, and Mitchell gets 3 free throws. With 8:53 remaining in the third quarter. $13 points for Kelsey Mitchell. She just hit a 3 a moment ago. Mitchell's first one. No, short of the rim. That's the other thing with Mitchell. Sometimes when she shoots a free throw, she puts a little too much arc on it, and it comes up short. Mitchell gets ready, shoots the second one, got it. 42-39, Indiana by 3. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Next time we'll be with you for Fever Basketball. Will be on the 7th when they go to Chicago to play the Chicago Sky at the United Center. And you know that place is going to be packed. Third free throw, good. Mitchell gets 2 out of 3. And the Fever lead by 4, 43-39, as Sutton creeps across into the front court. Now finds Citron off to the right, holds and looks. Citron picks up her dribble, gives it to Irafen. Irafen on the drive right of the lane, comes back out to Sutton. Sutton backs up on the dribble, 8 to shoot. Over the top pass into Irafen, low right. Irafen, fadeaway jumper, right baseline. Good, 2-point game. 43-41, 8:28 left in the third. Colson back the other way. Hands it to Lexi Hall. Hall to Natasha Howard. Howard on the move to the right, now finds Mitchell. Back to Hall. Bounce pass left corner, Colson. Colson holds and looks, 10 to shoot. Underneath they go to Aaliyah Boston. Hook pass back to Colson in the left corner. Colson on the drive. Pitch out to Mitchell. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Colson drive, shoots, missed. Ball tapped out of bounds. Stays with the Indiana Fever. And they'll get a fresh 14. KiKi Irafen, the rookie from USC, has been absolutely dynamite in the early going this season. She's got 16 points tonight. Baseline right, Colson will pull the trigger. And that 3 is good for Kelsey Mitchell. 46-41 and 7:55 left in the third. Now, can the Fever turn the screws defensively a couple of times? Underneath the Citron, got bumped, reverse layup, nope, foul called, and Citron shoots a pair. Something else personally, no more apologies for the technical difficulties. If that's the case, I'll just make the apologies for the technical difficulties, but we're going to keep going. Underneath the Citron, reverse layup missed. Rebound comes down to Kelsey Mitchell. Back come the Fever on the push. Mitchell in the front court, stutter step move against Citron. Out to Boston, pitch out right side. Colson, 3, splash! And the Indiana Fever go up 8. That's their biggest lead of the night, 49-41. 7:25 left in the third. On the drive comes Suge Sutton. She goes up, or that's Sykes, I beg your pardon, missed it. Rebound Irafen, ball stripped, ball on the floor. Hull goes after it. It's to Boston. Ahead to Lexi Hall. Hall on the push. Right side, dances on the dribble. Hall spins down the lane, lost the ball going down, and she's fouled. Jason Howe and RC is with us. Thank you both for coming in. If y'all like what you hear, how about a helping hand for my family via Cash App? The tag you need is $ Tallman Dr. K50. You can also help to grow the channel by becoming a member, and you can simply like and subscribe to get the train started. Here's Howard dancing on the dribble out front. Left side, Colson, 8 to shoot. Colson on the drive. Back to Natasha Howard. Lean in, flip. Nope, foul called. And Natasha Howard will head to the free throw line. That foul is charged to Irafen. That is her third. And Natasha Howard to the free throw line looking for her first points of the night. She is scoreless with 3 rebounds. 6:58 left in the third. Howard's free throw, got it. 50-41. Indiana leads by 9. Jade Melbourne back in the ball game for the Mystics. Sutton departs. The last game these two teams played, Howard finished with 11 and 6 rebounds. She shoots for her second point and has it. Indiana now leads by 10, 51-41. After trailing 32-27, they're on a 24-9 run. Melbourne off to the left. Out front, Sykes. Sykes holds and looks. Now accelerates right of the lane. Turns, accelerates again into the lane. Lean in, scoop shot, good with the left hand. 6:35 left in the third. Fever 51, Mystics 43. Out front, Aaliyah Boston. Boston turns on the dribble, is fouled by Dolson, no call. Colson, a left wing three, but a foul is called. And a replay is going to be initiated. The referee made the signal. This is a referee-initiated replay. So while they took a look and see if it's actually a shooting foul, which is the question, we're going to pause. 6:25 left in the third. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. We certainly are enjoying bringing it to you. 6:25 left in the third. Fever 51, Washington 43. Back after this.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast? No thanks, we're good. They're always in their own world. What'd you get there? Twice the work. Twice the surprises. Just try it. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because...
All right, we have a decision that the common foul has been overturned into a shooting foul. So Sydney Colson will get 3 free throws. Hey, folks, I need a favor. I'm on my way on the road to recovery, and if you can give this a visit and help things out, I really would appreciate it. Colson missed the first, dropped the second. Lead is 9, 52-43. And Colson drills the third one. So she makes 2 out of 3, and lead is 10, 53-43, 6:25 remaining in the third. Tell your friends this is where you can get women's sports coverage, live play-by-play. RC, spread the word to your friends. A hook pass back to Aaliyah Boston. Right corner, Lexi Hall. Hall spins on Irafen. Back to Howard. Over the top pass into Natasha Howard. Scoop layup. Good. And the lead is a dozen. 55-43 and 6 minutes remaining in the third. Looks like it's the Fever playing with a lot more pride this time, and I love it. Over the top pass into Irafen. Irafen fakes, shoots, and scores. 18 for Irafen. Lexi Hall yet to get in the scoring column. 55-45, 10-point lead. Here's Kelsey Mitchell's 18-footer. That's short. Rebound Citron, who collects it to Irafen. Bullet pass Melbourne across the timeline. Here she comes on the push. Melbourne has it in the left corner. Now finds Dolson. Back to Melbourne. Melbourne dancing on the dribble. 13 to shoot. Over the top pass to Dolson. 18-footer from the left. Rebound Lexi Hall. Those shots were falling last time in Baltimore. Colson in the front court. Colson on the fly, all the way in. Pitch out left corner, Hall. Back to, this is Hall for 3. Splash! And the Indiana Fever suddenly lead by 13, 58-45. This is a 15-4 run. At the top of the circle is Sykes. Holds against Kelsey Mitchell. Out front to Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks with 10 to shoot. 5 minutes for the third, and we get a foul on Colson. And Colson will come out. 5 minutes left in the third. As Sykes looks to bring it in. Foul line extended left. Has it in play to Austin. Back to Sykes. Pitch out right corner. Colson's that's Melbourne's three. Missed it. Rebound Mitchell. Now a chance to extend on a 13-point lead with 4:50 left in the third. Here's Lexi Hall on the drive. Pitch out to Bonner. Bonner with a crossover dribble. Now finds Lexi Hall off the Bonner screen between the circles. Now finds Mitchell. Mitchell stops and starts. Back out to the right corner. 8 to shoot. Mitchell leans back for three. Missed it. Rebound chased down by Aaliyah Edwards. Sykes brings it up. Washington down by 13, 4:25 left in the third. Sykes on the move, left of the lane. Pitch out to Austin. Austin goes right side to Melbourne. Or that's Englister, my mistake. Underneath Sykes, she goes up, scores, and draws the foul. And Sykes will head to the free throw line, sitting on 7 points as we reach this timeout. 4:15 remains in the third. It's the Indiana Fever 58 and the Washington Mystics 47 on your home for women's sports all over the world. Snowman Sportsnet and Snowman Multimedia. Captain Obvious drops by with a For the Love of the Game tax. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Want to increase that. That's why I want to do more sports, for the love of the game. For the absolute love of the game. RC says, let's go Fever. Thank you very much. And Mark Winters dropping the emoji, saying you're welcome. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much, much appreciated. Let's take a 1 minute timeout. 4:15 for the third. Fever 58, Washington 47. Back after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the Indiana Fever, alternative play-by-play style. My name is Brian Snow. Happy to have you with us. The Fever lead this game 58-47. A free throw is coming up for Washington after Brittany Sykes drove into the lane, got fouled, and now is ready to attempt the free throw to complete the three-point play. It's on the way. Got it. So the lead is 10. Dantas, along with McDonald, Bonner, Boston, and I don't see it's Lexi Hall. Out front, Bonner. On the right side is Dantas, looking low for Boston, can't get it to her. Bonner's three is short. Ball tapped on the ground to Dantas. 5 to shoot. Dantas, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. McDonald, a long three. Long rebound. Out of bounds. Stays with Indiana. with 3:49 left in the third. And now it's the Fever that are beginning to pull away. They've led by as many as 13. They have it in play to Lexi Hall. Right down the right baseline and lays it in with a reverse. And the Fever go back up a dozen. 60-48. 3:40 left in the third. With this big lead, you have to finish the game. They've had leads before where another team has come back and gotten them. New York being one. Here's a steal. Bonner on the floor. Comes up with it. Bonner on the drive. All the way in from the right. Fakes. No travel call. Comes back out to Hall. She did get away with the travel. Aaliyah Boston directing traffic. Now Bonner has it. Bonner right down the right baseline. Got stripped. Nothing called. And the rebound comes back. It's stolen by a McDonald underneath the Bonner. She shoots it in. Bonner clearly frustrated. But she gets the bucket. And Indiana has their biggest lead at 14. 3 minutes left in the third. Englister has it this time out front. On the move to the right. Englister standing dribble. Picks it up. Now finds Melbourne in the right corner. Low right Austin. Back to Melbourne. Melbourne on the drive into the lane. Picks up her dribble. Now finds Edwards. Edwards on the drive. Left baseline. In on Boston. Reverse layup. Nope. But a foul called on Aaliyah Boston. And that's her fourth. Aaliyah Boston only 8 points tonight. She has yet to collect a rebound. And that's one reason why Aaliyah Boston has not been effective as of yet. Scores from around the W show Minnesota leading Phoenix 32-26. They're in the second quarter of that game. Edwards gets ready, shoots the first one. 2:44 left in the third. Fever 62, Washington 48. Aaliyah Edwards gets a second free throw. It's ready. Shoots. Scores. 62-49. 13-point lead and 2:40 left in the third. McDonald in the front court on the approach against Melbourne. McDonald over the top pass into Aaliyah Boston. Boston has it low right. Turns on Austin. That ball tipped. Boston gets it back out to McDonald. 3-ball left wing. Yes! That three comes with 2:25 left in the third. Melbourne front court to the right. Melbourne on the drive into the lane. Goes up with a scoop layup. Nope. And the rebound to the Fever. Here's McDonald on the drive. And Shakira Austin says, get it out of here. Second block for Austin tonight. That comes with 2:08 left in the third. Natasha Howard back in the contest. Shug Sutton is back in the contest also. And timeout call by Washington. 2:08 left in the third. It's the Fever 65 and the Washington Mystics 49. Back with more after this on your home for women's athletics, alternative play-by-play style, Snowman Multimedia.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
65-49, 2:08 left in the third as we come back to play. On the court for the Fever, it's Hull, Howard, Bonner, Dantas, and McDonald. And McDonald will pull the trigger, baseline left. Sutton, Citron, Englister, Austin, and Edwards on the floor for the Washington Mystics, and we have an offensive foul on Lexi Hall. It was Sonia Citron that got knocked to the floor. And I don't know about that foul. Well, those two, that's good to see those two exchange pleasantries. That's good to see. That kind of sportsmanship I love to see. 65-49. Washington the ball, down 16. 2 minutes for the third. Aaliyah Edwards on the drive, right of the lane. Comes back to Englister. Out front it comes to Sutton. Now to Austin. And Austin is fouled by Dantas. Austin's free throw. Rims out. Second attempt on the way. No good. Rebound Englister. They get another try. Austin at the free throw line to Citron. Citron dancing on the dribble off to the right. Now finds Sutton. Whip pass left corner Edwards. Low left Austin. Austin drives in on Dantas. Fakes. Reverse layup. Oh, it fell in. It fell in. 65-51. 100 seconds remaining in the third. McDonald brings it up. She's paid immediate dividends. But Dantas is the one that got the offense started back in the second quarter for the Fever. Bonner with a fake on a three. Picks up her dribble. Plays it right side to Lexi Hall. 7 to shoot. Lexi Hall on the drive. Right baseline to the hole. Lays it up and in. She gets the soft bounce. Lexi Hall, 7 points. All here in the third. And it's 67-51. And 1:12 remaining in the third period. Sutton has it this time. Over the top pass to Austin. Austin plays it left side to Edwards. Now to Citron on the left wing. Citron holds and looks. A minute for the third. Englister at the free throw line. Fakes on Bonner. Spins on Bonner. Comes back out. Citron with a fake. Steps in. 20 for the left of the key. Good as the shot clock went dead. 67-53 and 50 seconds remaining in the third. If you're Indiana, you have to keep scoring. Hall on the right wing, and you cannot settle for jump shots, even though Washington does play good defense. Here's Hall, fakes right baseline, fakes, shoots, scores! She's got 9, all of them here in the third, and the lead back to 16. 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Sutton has it front court to the right, dump low right Edwards. Edwards holds and looks against Natasha Howard, backs away into the lane, fakes, turnaround shot, good with the right hand. She scooped it in after a spin move. 25 seconds left in the third, 4 different shot clock to game clock. And if you're the Fever, freeze it out and get the last shot. Get the last bucket of the third period. Because you want to go into the fourth quarter with some momentum. And they don't, as Hull misses a 3 as the clock went dead. We're done with 3, and your score, it's the Indiana Fever 69 and the Washington Mystics 55, their highest total after 3 periods since game 1 of the season against Chicago. We're back with the Bet US Money Period after this.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast? No thanks, we're good. They're always in their own world. What'd you get, babe? Twice the work. Twice the surprises. Just try it. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I just got a great compliment from one of my dearest friends in Victor Locke. You know him as Victor Locke on the morning show, one of our partners. He says, I'm going to say this right now. I am so damn proud of you, Snowman. You've been killing it at the play-by-play, and look at the following you've been gathering. Thank you. Thank you very much. A Pizzle is with us as well. Fins up, Pizzle. And remember, Pizzle's Fins play my wife's Colts to begin the season, and that's going to be a fun one to do. We got a few technical difficulties here, but we're going to do the best we can to bring the rest of this game to you. And it's coming from the feed itself. Mystic shooting 55% from the floor, Fever at 52. Indiana 10 for 23 from three-point land. That's the most three-point field goals they've made since their loss to New York. They have the ball moving from left to right. Thank you, Mark. I want to make this pay off so I can I really want to make this pay off so I can feed my family. Dantas has it out front. On the move to the left. Now finds Mitchell. Mitchell backs up, 10 to shoot. Mitchell on the drive off the Dantas screen, throws it away. But Mitchell able to get it back, but we get a foul called. And it's against the Fever. It's a loose ball foul. Against Dantas. We're having feed trouble here. So whenever something happens, I have on the alternate feed, we will let you know while they fix that and get our broadcast capabilities back up to par, and we get another foul. This one's on Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell has 3 fouls. So Mitchell has 3, Colson has 3, Boston has 4, DeWanna Bonner has 9, and DeWanna Bonner 9 points, 2 fouls, and Demiris Dantas has 2 fouls. And we get another foul. This time it's a shooting foul, and that'll send Sonia Citron to the line. Early run here could force a full timeout. Early run here could force a full timeout. So let's see what happens. 9:25 remaining in the money period. Citron to the free throw line. The first one, good. 69-56. As mentioned, we're having some trouble with our feed, but we're staying here. Second attempt, good. 69-57. Who do you guys think could be the rook? Who do you guys think is the surprise candidate for Rookie of the Year? My vote is for Sonia Citron. Mitchell off to the right. Mitchell holds and looks, starts her approach, comes back in, drives in on Dolson, lean in flip. Nope, rebound Irafen. 9 rebounds for Irafen tonight. Sykes brings it up. Sykes down the lane, shoots it in on Dantas, and Stephanie White wants time immediately. 8:59 remaining in the money period. Come on, Fever, let's close this thing out. Indiana 69, Washington 59. They got to execute down the stretch. Back in 2 minutes.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
$25 are watching right now. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Support the stream and support the channel. Hit the Super Chat or the Cash App or the PayPal. You can support that way also. The Indiana Fever lead by 10, 69-59, with 8:40 remaining in the quarter. 8:40 remaining in regulation time. The Fever led this game once upon a time by 16. And you don't want to give that kind of lead away. They have not scored, the Fever have not, in this fourth quarter. And the last thing you want is another situation where you allow a team to come back after you hold a big lead. It's happened twice already to the Indiana Fever. They have it in play to Bonner. A wide open three. Nope, missed it badly. Irafen the rebound. Now a chance for them to cut it to 8 or 7 with a long one. 8:40 remaining. And now we get a foul as Citron is knocked to the floor again. And this puts me in a lot of fear because Washington is executing as that foul was charged. Didn't see who the foul was on. Foul was charged to Colson. McDonald may come back in a few moments. 69-59. They go into Irafen. Irafen to Citron on the drive. In on Lexi Hall. Shoots it in. 8-point game. 8-0 run to begin the money period for Washington as they find themselves back in the ball game. Howard has it out front. On the right side, Lexi Hall with a stutter step dribble. Works off the Boston screen. Lexi Hall on the drive. Hook pass back out to Mitchell. Back to Hall in the left corner. 5 to shoot. Out front, Mitchell. Mitchell at the free throw line. Gave it up. And a shot clock violation. Here we go again. Here we go again and again and again. The Fever led this game by 16 coming into the fourth quarter. And they have been blanked so far in this fourth period. Ari McDonald back in. And now the Fever need a defensive stop badly to at least try to keep momentum. 8 minutes left in the ball game. 69-61 in this Commissioner's Cup game, which is why the ball has the black stripes and not the orange ones. This is a Commissioner's Cup game, and they use a different ball for each Commissioner's Cup game. 8-point lead for Indiana. Here comes Sykes on the drive, right of the lane, in on Howard, shoots it in, and it's a 6-point game. 8-0 run by the Washington Mystics. Howard has it to Hull in the right corner. Back out front to Howard. Howard guarded by Dolson. Picks up her dribble, now finds Bonner. Guarded by Aaliyah Edwards. 8 to shoot. Bonner has it with a crossover dribble on the drive, spins right of the lane, comes up shooting. Nope. Citron, Jade Melbourne, the rebound. Now a chance to cut it to 4. Citron on the push. Front court to the right. Out front it comes to Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks with 7:14 remaining. Melbourne starts to move. Over the top pass into Sykes. Pitch out Dolson. Left corner 3. No. The rebound, Aaliyah Howard taps it to Lexi Hall. Back come the Fever on the push. Boy, they need a bucket. And they need it fast. Here comes Howard. Spins down the lane. Shoots it up. No good. Foul called. And Aaliyah Boston shoots 2. The Fever have yet to score in this fourth quarter. Yet to score. They've been outscored 8-0 beginning this period for Washington, who has only 1 timeout left. The Fever have 3 timeouts remaining. You got to find a group that will close. And these last 3 games, the Fever have not. Free throw no good for Boston. And the door is opening even wider. Natasha Howard back on for the Fever. Bonner goes out. Doesn't matter what you do the first 3 quarters, it's the fourth quarter that matters the most. And so far, it's all Washington. And I was afraid they'd have a run like this. The second attempt, short. Irafen the rebound. Now a chance to make it a 4-point game or 3 with a long one. Under 7 to play. Plenty of time for Washington to come back and get this one. Mystics 10 of 17 from the free throw line. The Fever are only 9 of 14. There's a problem. Sykes lays it in. 4-point game. And Stephanie White is going to call a timeout. Are you kidding me right now? It's a 10-0 run to begin the fourth quarter. And a 16-point lead has been frittered down to 4. 69-65. Indiana finds themselves in a dogfight. We're back with more after this.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting team sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast? No thanks, we're good. They're always in their own world. What'd you get, babe? Twice the work. Twice the surprises. Just try it. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, Say the tag.
where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Brittany Sykes, 15 points, 6 of them lately. 5 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with her totals. The Fever have the ball. Once upon a time, up 16. They're now up by only 4. They have yet to score in this fourth period. And we played 3 minutes and 30 seconds. McDonald to Boston out front. Boston on the move to the right. Hands it back to McDonald. Out front, Mitchell. Left side, Natasha Howard. Looking low for Boston. They get it to her. 8 to shoot. Boston has it low right. Backs it on Dolson. Faces a double team. And they're looking for a call. Not going to get one. And that's going to be a turnover. Another shot clock violation. Their second shot clock violation in the past 4 minutes. This is very shoddy defense, or shoddy offense, or shoddy team play by the Indiana Fever, and they're letting a team that they led by 16 get back into the ball game. The Fever has turned the ball over 3 times in this fourth quarter alone. 15 to shoot, 6:05 for the big one. Here comes Sykes, lays it in, 2-point game. And this is the run you were afraid of. If you're Indiana, you got to stand up and you got to do it right now. You need a bucket here. Fever 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Here comes Howard. Here comes Boston. Lays it in. 4-point game. Aaliyah Boston breaks the drought, but that's only their first 2 points of the fourth quarter. Melbourne drives in on Mitchell. Missed it. Foul called on Kelsey Mitchell. And 2 free throws for Jade Melbourne. And Mitchell mouths the words, "No way." Melbourne to the free throw line. On the way. Got it. 71-68. 5:40 remaining. If you're the Fever, you got to realize you're in a dogfight right now. Kelsey Mitchell now has 4 fouls. Melbourne, a little under 9 points this season, 8.7 coming into tonight. The second attempt on the way, good. 2-point game again. 71-69. If you're Indiana, you got to realize you're not going to get the whistles, and you just have to play basketball, period. This is not the way to close a game. Boston hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell stutter step dribble out front. Now finds McDonald. Underneath to Boston. She got shoved and fouled by Dolson with 5:27 left. Got to have a bucket here if you're the Fever. They have it in play to Mitchell. Mitchell works off the Boston screen. A step back 3. Splash! Oh, that's a big bucket. 74-69. The Fever go up 5 with 5:15 remaining. Sykes has it front court to the left. They're going to run the offense through her. Irafen gets the screen. Sykes to the hole, lays it in. She's got 8 of their last 10 points. It's a 3-point game with 5 minutes left. Boston has it in the front court, plays it to Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive, off the Boston screen, gets in underneath, comes back outside to Howard. Howard fakes, finds Lexi Hall. Hall standing, dribble out front, 10 to shoot. Lexi Hall to the right corner. McDonald 3. In and out. Rebound comes down to Citron. Citron hands it to Sykes. Sykes brings it up. 4:35 left. Sykes leans over the dribble in the front court. Sykes on the move to the left. Sykes on the drive. In the lane. Here she comes again. A pitch out back out to Citron. Left side Dolson. Back to Citron. Citron on the drive. Left of the lane. 2 to shoot. In the right corner. 3-pointer on the way. Long rebound chased down by Lexi Hall. 4:15 left. 74-71. Fever lead by 3. McDonald at the controls. Finds Aaliyah Boston. Now to Mitchell in the left corner. Mitchell, a step back 3. Bad shot. Bad shot on that possession. Now you got to turn the screws defensively again if you're the Indiana Fever with 4 minutes left. 74-71 in favor of the Indiana Fever. They've led for most of the second half. You're right, Ryan. Ruh-roh, Raggy. The Fever in search of a defensive stop. Sykes across into the front court, outside right. 15 to shoot, 3:52 on the big one. Irafen has it out front between the circles, looking for Citron. They get it to her. Citron works it right of the lane, all the way to the hoop, to the hole, and lays it in again. They have worked that right side to perfection, and they have worn the Fever out. It's a 1-point game. Again, points in the paint in favor of Washington, 48-28. Right corner, Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall on the drive into the lane. Shovel pass underneath to Howard. She's got a layup. 76-73. 3:21 remaining in the ball game. Got to have a defensive stop again. Sykes has it this time off to the left. Sykes standing dribble. Stops and starts against Kelsey Mitchell. Here's Sykes. Sykes on the drive right of the lane. Pitch out Milburn. A three for the tie. Long rebound Mitchell. And now McDonald brings it up. 3 minutes left. McDonald in the front court. Can the Fever hold on? You got to get a bucket too. Here's Mitchell on the drive. In from the left. Pitch out front to Boston. Boston fakes. Hands it to Mitchell. 8 to shoot. Mitchell on the, Lexi Hall has it. Now to Howard. Out to McDonald. A three-pointer from the right. Rebound Dolson. 2:38 left. 20 on the shot clock. Sykes brings it back the other way. Can the Fever get one more defensive stop? Here comes Sykes on the drive. Pitch out left corner Melbourne. This time Lexi Hall recovers. Out front Irafen. Irafen fakes. Drives in on Boston. Now to Melbourne. Melbourne on the drive. Left baseline goes up. Reverse layup missed. And the rebound to Lexi Hall. Hall brings it up. 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Here's Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell standing dribble out to the left. 2:10 left. Mitchell on the drive, right baseline, picks up a dribble out in front of Leah Boston. Now hands to McDonald, 10 to shoot. McDonald has it out front. McDonald on the drive into the lane, forces the shot up. No, but a foul called, but we get a block. That's a block shot. Not a foul, but a block shot. 2 minutes left. 76-73. They have an in-play to Hall. To the hole. Scoops it in with the right hand. The Fever lead by 5 with 1:55 left. Now, can you get another defensive stop? Here comes Sykes. Lost the ball. Ball on the floor. Travel. Nothing called, but a jump ball is called. The Fever have been outscored 18-9 in this fourth quarter. But they lead by 5 with less than 2 to play. And now, if you're the Fever, you want to work on put this game away. They've let Washington come to within 1, I beg your pardon. It's a 5-point game right now as they clean up the mess on the floor with 1:48 remaining. It's a jump ball. Sykes will take the center jump or take the jump. Against who? Against Natasha Howard. They jump it up and Mitchell controls. 1:45 left. Ari McDonald brings it up. McDonald across into the front court. McDonald on the move to the right. And we get a whistle on Jade Milburn. Now the Fever look to get a clinching basket. If they can get a basket here, it's going to make it a 3-possession game. McDonald on the move out front. McDonald on the drive into the lane, right down the lane, shovel past Mitchell. Yes, she got the reverse. And a foul called with 1:28 left. Brittany Sykes picks up the foul. 1:28 remaining. And timeout called by the Mystics. 1:28 left. The Fever have stretched the lead to 7, 80-73 on your home for women's hoops. Snowman Multimedia. Phew. So it seems like they're going to pull this one out. And this will be big for the Fever to get this win without Caitlin Clark due back for at least another game. They got a big one in Chicago, and Chicago is starting to roll right now. They've won 2 straight. Lexi Hall with a big night tonight. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 of 4 from three-point land. Hall has made some big shots. Kelsey Mitchell sitting on 20 points tonight. .128 left. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. Looking for point number 21. She gives the ball a spin. Shoots the free throw. And good. 8-point lead for the Indiana Fever. 1:25 left. Sykes brings it up. Sykes across into the front court. Guarded loosely by Mitchell. Now they play a zone. Sykes has it out front. Sykes on the move to the right. Out front, Dolson. On the left side, Melbourne. Melbourne holds and looks. Underneath Dolson. Underneath Irafen. Double fake. Shoots it up. No good. Foul called. Irafen shoots 2. KiKi Irafen, the outstanding rookie from Southern California, gets 2 free throws with 70 seconds left. Irafen gets ready, shoots the first one, good. 81-74. 19 points for Irafen tonight. She shoots for point number 20 and drills it. 81-75. 108 left. 20 points, 8 rebounds for the outstanding rookie from Southern California. McDonald at the controls. Bumped by Melbourne. Foul by Melbourne out front. With 1:02 remaining. Now Washington has a reset timeout remaining. McDonald's free throw, good. 82-75. 1:02 remaining in the ball game. Indiana looking to halt a 3-game losing streak where they lost to New York, the same Mystics, and the Connecticut Sun. McDonald again. Nope. Long rebound chased down by Irafen. That's her 9th. As we have crossed the BetUS final minute. Sykes in a hurry. Front court to the left. Sykes on the drive left of the lane. Lean in, flip. Nope. Ball tapped out front. It comes back to Sykes. 48 seconds left. They dump it to Irafen. Irafen low left against Boston. Not lost the ball. And Mitchell comes up with a steal. 40 seconds left. And I believe that's going to slam the door on this as Melbourne takes the foul against Mitchell. And Melbourne will send Mitchell to the free throw line. It's a 3-possession game right now. Let's make it a full 3-possession game. Mitchell's free throw, good, 83-75. Their highest point total since the New York game where they scored 88. Mitchell 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. The second attempt on the way is no good. Long rebound chased down by Citron. 35 seconds left. 8-point Indiana lead. Here's Sykes in the front court. Standing dribble off to the left. Sykes works off the Dolson screen. Stops and starts. Works the left of the lane. And Mitchell is steal. Mitchell chased by Melbourne. Mitchell on the drive into the lane. Shoots it up. No, but a foul called. And Mitchell shoots a pair to try to put it away. 22.5 seconds left. And the Fever are going to hold on. And boy, if there's a team that ever needed a win, you're looking at them. And they needed this confidence-building win so they can prove to the rest of the league that they can win without Caitlin Clark in the lineup. Mitchell's free throw, good, 84-75. 22.5 seconds left. 9-point lead, 84-75. Mitchell sitting on 22 points. The second attempt on the way, rims out. Irafen the rebound. Howard ties her up for a jump ball with 21.2 left. They hold on here, the Fever. They will stop a 3-game losing streak. And again, the teams they lost to, the Liberty, the defending champs, the Connecticut Sun, and the same Washington Mystics. The tap is controlled by Washington as Sykes brings it up right to left. Sykes on the hustle, works it left of the lane, comes up shooting, blocked, but a foul called, and Sykes shoots two. With 14.6 left, and safe to say, this game's in the book. First free throw by Sykes, no good. 84-75. Fever lead by 9, 14.6 seconds left. Second attempt, good. They have it in play to Boston, now to Mitchell. 13, 12, 11, now 10. Count it down with us. As Mitchell charges to the hole, is wrapped up by Brittany Sykes with 8.2 seconds left, and Mitchell wisely walks away. Big win for the Indiana Fever tonight, as they allowed the Washington Mystics to get back to within one at 74-73. And right now it's an 11-2. It's a 11-3 run. Mitchell's free throw, no good. 8.2 left. It's a 10-3 run, I beg your pardon. Mitchell gets ready, shoots the second one, and it rims in. 8.2 left. They have it in play to Melbourne. 7, now 6, ahead to Sykes. 4 seconds. Sykes trapped in the left corner. 2, a deep 3 for Melbourne. That is no good. Rebound, Lexi Hall. That's a winner. Put it in the book. Great game and great resolve shown by the Indiana Fever as they stop a 3-game losing streak and win tonight to move their record to 3-4 on the year. And the final score tonight, the Indiana Fever 85 and the Washington Mystics 76. We'll come back and wrap it up after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Fever win a big one, 85-76 over the Washington Mystics. And we are glad that y'all stuck around with us. Time for our official post-game show, Fever Final, presented by Wanna Parlay. And we'll award our player of the game. We're going to split the award tonight between Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall. We'll get you their stats right now as we go over everything that happened in this ball game. The Washington Mystics were paced by both KiKi Irafen and Brittany Sykes, who each finished with 20. Sonia Citron was next in line with 13, and of the starters, Shug Sutton had the only other basket. Shakira Austin only had 10 off the bench as compared to 21 the last time these two teams played. Aaliyah Edwards, 5, Jade Melbourne, 2, and Emily Engstler, finally pronounced her name right, had 4. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 24 points on the night. She and Lexi Hall will split player of the game honors as Lexi Hall finished with 14 on the night, getting absolutely hot in the second half after going scoreless in the first half. Aaliyah Boston, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Sydney Colson had 7. Natasha Howard had 6. She was 0 for 1 from three-point land, but had a couple of big field goals down the stretch of the game. DeWanna Bonner off the bench had 9, 8 for Damaris Dantas, who gets a third vote for our player of the game. And Ari McDonald in her first game with the Fever finished with 7, including a huge three-point goal in the second half. That'll do it for this abbreviated version of Fever Final, and that'll do it for our broadcast this evening. Your final score, the Indiana Fever 85 and the Washington Mystics 76. Coming up next time, we'll have the Fever. We'll be on the 7th when the Fever go to Chicago to face an anticipated rematch. I didn't have this on all night. Anticipated rematch against the Chicago Sky. We'll have it for you. Special tip time of 8 p.m. We'll be up at 7:30 with the pregame show. And tomorrow we'll be with you as the Stanley Cup Final gets underway between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. That's game 1. 8:10 for a face-off, 7:30 for our pregame pulse, our official pregame show. Whew! You can breathe easy now, Indiana. Final score, Fever 85 and Washington 76. The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Multimedia. Go to snowman-media.com for more information. For all of us here at Snowman Multimedia, including my beautiful coordinating producer, the lovely Jody Snow, this is Brian Snow bidding you all good night and God bless. And I'll see you all tomorrow for Snowman in the Morning. So long, everybody.